Hello, my name is Gigi, reporter with the China Press, and nice to meet you, Shinhan.
Hi, Gigi. Hi, hello.
Yeah, and then it's my honor that I can interview you.
Oh, no, thank you.
And can you tell me about your role?
My role, Shang Tsung is one of the powerful sorcerers of Outworld, and one of his specialties is to shapeshift and to take the souls of the people he fights. And his goal is to take over Earthrealm, and that is his main objective at this point because his own world is dying, and he needs to build his world upon Earthrealm. So it is very important for him to conquer Earth, and that's where the movie begins.
And I saw your previous interview, I think it should be a couple years before. And then you mentioned that you pick every script very carefully. So before you choose to add that role. So why do you choose to play this role?
Sentimental reasons, I think when I was a teenager, back in back in the 90s, when the game came out, it was a very popular game, and I think a lot of teenagers liked the game for its for its action and its violence, and you felt like an adult playing it. um, and then the movie came out in 95, and I loved the film. The film was so fun and colorful and exciting. So when the script came to me with this particular character, Shang Tsung, that was played so wonderfully by Kerry Tagawa 25 years ago, I saw it as an opportunity you know, uh, to indulge in a young man's fantasy to play this powerful sorcerer, and also to give back to the fans who have loved and played this game for a good 30 years.
So is there any challenge when you play this role?
um yes, I think we wanted to be faithful, to the games, and we wanted to be faithful to everything that came before us, because in some ways we are standing on the shoulders of all these people and game designers and actors before us. So we wanted to stay faithful to it, but we also wanted to give the modern audience something new, because as the games have changed, the audiences have changed too, and they like different things, or they're attracted to uh, some things more than others. But one thing that has been a constant is the fatalities. People have loved the fatalities for the last 30 years. So that's something that obviously is still in the film. But I think with all the history and all the law, I think what we wanted to do, and I think that was the thing that we always, fought very hard for, was to create a Mortal Kombat that the fans can identify with and can love.
I have discovered that you have chosen to be involved in many action films. So you like action films, or you just like the script?
It doesn't matter whether it's an action film. Sometimes, I like drama as well. I know a lot of the fighting, a lot of these films and TV shows like Marco Polo have a lot of fighting in them, but the stories and the characters are interesting. I think that's most important, because the work of an actor is the same, right? I mean, I think the work of the actor is to play a character that is real, and that has a challenges and obstacles to overcome that normal people overcome. So it doesn't, I mean, I enjoy doing a small movie like Restless as much as I enjoy doing Contagion, as much as I enjoy doing Skyscraper. So I mean, uh, they're all fun to do.
Because this movie come out during the pandemic. It's still ongoing. So what's your expectation?
I think there are many, especially now in today's day and age, there are many ways to see a film. I mean, in the US, HBO Max will be coming out with the, at the same time as the theater. And I'm hoping that it will also reach an audience overseas in a safe way, with theaters that take precautions and have the right number of people and the right protocols. At this point in time, we're not thinking so much about, the box office of the film. I think at this time, I think we're thinking about, reaching the people where we can reach them and having them have a wonderful and authentic experience.
Hmm. So how does the pandemic affect you yourself?
I it's a different, it's a different kind of way of living, but I think human beings are all very adaptive, and so I think at this point, I'm just wanting everyone to stay healthy and get through this together, because we can only do this together and not not separately.
So are you in Singapore or in the state?
I am in the States right now. I'm in Los Angeles right now. Yes.
I see. So it doesn't affect your shooting or anything.
Well, it does, but the shooting also has a lot of different procedures and protocols. So they take a lot of care with the shooting. So we are tested all the time. The crew is tested all the time. We have areas that are specially, made for different crew and different cast, and so they've taken a lot of pains to make it as safe an environment as possible to film this movie. And I have to take my hat off to Warner Brothers and New Line actually for doing that, because it felt very safe when we were shooting in Australia because of all the precautions that were taken.
I wonder what is the most impressive scene in this movie?
Um, I actually, I think all those scenes where you see us in Outworld, where we are outside, that stuff I'm very proud of, because it was very hard to shoot those scenes. We had to fly to a very remote part of Australia on a small planes, and once we got there, those places were so uh, big, right? This giant abandoned coal mine was so huge, and it's so hot out there, and there are cracks in the ground with, little flames shooting out of them. We had to be very careful. We had to wake up at 3 in the morning. We had to get there and we shoot before the sun comes up, because, it gets too hot and it's so gusty and windy. I'm just glad that we got the shots that we got. And if you see it in the movie, Outworld looks fantastic. All of that is real. That's not even, people ask me whether it's visual effects or not, but that's not visual effects. That's a real thing. When you see Melina walk on the ridge, walking down, that's all real.
My should be my last question because we only have several minutes left. So what does this movie mean to you?
This movie means the fulfillment of a childhood fantasy. And it's also, kind of a thank you note to, I think, all the fans who have supported the characters and the story and the game all these years.
Is it okay? I'll take a screenshot of you.
Sure.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's so nice to meet you, Chin Han.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. And then
Pleasure.
I think you can speak Mandarin.
Mm.
Introduce yourself in Mandarin, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Did
can
you?
you do a little bit short script for me? Yeah. To
Okay.
introduce
Tell me what it
yourself.
is. Yeah. Tell me what it is. What is the script that
呃
you use?
，yeah OK，就是我是黄金汉，
对对对。
yeah， So tell me and then say the movie and your world.
Oh, Mortal Kombat. I don't know what the Mortal Kombat name is in Chinese,
Oh,
actually.
it's okay. You can say in English.
Can I just say, I'll say this. 我是黄金汉，很荣幸，今天跟你们见面。
Good. Thank you so much. I
谢谢。
think the interview is